My baby has the blues. She needs to see the doctor, but the HMO refused. All my friends are wondering. We look around the world. Everywhere there's public care, and the cost is just a third of what the HMOs are charging. They're on the stock exchange. Their CEOs are millionaires, while we're all begging change.
Hello, my name is Lance Cook. I'm a student nurse who believes the single-payer financing system is the answer to quality, affordable healthcare. Universal healthcare exists in other nations in the world, and we can bring this change here to Oregon. Our approach starts with visiting and listening to your local legislator or legislative candidate. In such a meeting, the goals are this: build a relationship with your legislator or legislative candidate. Find out what he or she thinks about healthcare financing. Find out the legislator's position on the concept of single payer. Let your legislator or legislative candidate know your position on healthcare finance reform. As you proceed, remember, these are citizen legislators, and you are a citizen. Now let's take a look at a brief conversation with a legislative candidate.
Thank you for meeting with me today, Representative Sinsick. As a nurse who lives in your district, I wanted to talk to you today about the issue of healthcare.
Well, I'm so glad to hear from a constituent and a nurse. What are your concerns about healthcare?
Well, I'm concerned because both as a nurse and in my family, I've seen real problems with our healthcare finance and delivery system. People with and without insurance are struggling with costs and access. My own brother was denied an MRI that his doctor had ordered. He paid for the MRI with his credit card, and the results were so concerning that he had to be hospitalized that day. He ended up with 7 months of treatment.
I am so sorry. That must have had you so worried.
Well, I'm interested to find out your thoughts on the current state of the finance and delivery system for healthcare.
Well, I would need to study the issue quite a bit more and hear from more people and what they have to say about their problems, the things that they would like to have changed. As a nurse, what are you seeing?
Well, when we look at the issue, we see that as far as looking at outcomes and costs compared to other nations, the U.S. falls short on results, but is top of the line for costs. And on a personal note, it's really frustrating to have to change doctors every time you change your job.
Well, we know the system is complex, and rates certainly have gone up.
How do you think we could bring universal health care to Oregon?
Well, there's a lot to study on this issue, and maybe we could do something in the upcoming sessions. In some session ahead, we could perhaps look at a referendum to the voters, but that would be a very heavy lift.
Well, we're still learning about this issue as well. Personally, I'm in favor of single-payer health care.
I will need to keep all of my options open, but of course I appreciate your opinion.
I would like to leave some printed material with you on single-payer health care, and I want to stay in touch because this is a very important issue to me.
Well, continuing to hear from you as a nurse and a constituent is always welcome. Please feel free to call the office at any time.
Well, thank you for meeting with me
Well,
today.
thank you for coming, Ms. Hoffman.
It's as easy as that. Please be sure to follow up with your legislator. You have what you need. Now, we need you. Please contact your legislative candidate and make that appointment. Together, we can make single payer a reality in Oregon.
So we're all out here begging. We were promised change. The HMOs all cost too much. The system is insane. Yeah, the corporations rip us off. They've got it all arranged. Till we get friends in Congress. Brother, can you spare me some change?